Hello my glam avocados, welcome to my channel. This is my very first video and I want to talk a little bit about myself as I show you a little tutorial on an easy makeup look. I'm hoping that you guys will continue to come through, watch my videos, and the same way that I'm learning, maybe you guys can learn from me too. So my name is Glamorous Avocado. I am 38 years old. I'm really nervous right now, so I'm sorry if I seem nervous or out of place. I'm starting my YouTube channel so that I can show women that are around my age that you don't have to be afraid to put makeup on. You shouldn't worry about what other people have to say about your makeup. Be comfortable with yourself. Be comfortable in your own skin. Always love yourself for who you are, and nobody's opinion matters, honestly. I'm starting with the face moisturizer, and I'm hoping that I can keep this pretty simple for you guys. I always start with the face moisturizer because I do have really dry skin, and so I just gotta get that in. The one that I'm using today is from Drunk Elephant. It's this one right here. Sorry if you can't see it. Anyways, I always try to put this cream from Smashbox. It's a Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer because like I said, I have dry skin. Under my eyes, after my moisturizer, and I just basically pat that in until it dries. And if you can see my eyebrows, I'm so sorry, I haven't gotten them done. I've had this one for a while, so I'm just trying to finish it up. And honestly, if you ask if I would repurchase it, I definitely would, because I feel like it does make a difference under my eyes. I'm gonna give that time to dry before I put on my face primer. And I'll start with my eyebrows. The way I like to do my eyebrows is, what I've seen makes it easier for me is if I actually go on my eyebrows with my concealer, like shape them out, and after I shape them out, then I fill them in. So that's all I'm gonna do right now. Sorry if you can see my mirror. I'm actually not even in my room, but my husband, unfortunately, is watching novellas right now. So my daughter-in-law let me set up in her room, or help me set up in her room, so I could make this very first video. I've always wanted to make a YouTube channel, but I've also always stopped myself because I've always made excuses on why I shouldn't do it. It used to be because I didn't have the correct equipment, and because I didn't think anybody would watch it. Another reason I told myself was that it wasn't going to go anywhere and that I couldn't do it. I had so many excuses, and fortunately I have my wonderful daughters that always pump me up when I do my makeup, and Mom, you should really make a YouTube channel, and I think that you would do really good, and you're so beautiful. And they see things in me that I honestly don't see. Just the other day I had one of my aunts text me and tell me that she felt like I should be doing YouTube and that she should be learning from me, not from anyone else. And I felt like that honestly was another, hey, this is what you need to do. Whether it goes somewhere, doesn't go anywhere, I leave that in God's hands. The only thing that I can honestly say now is I'm attempting it, and we'll see how that goes. I like to take this brush that I bought from e.l.f. Sorry, it's dirty. It's a concealer brush. And I just basically try to blend that out a little bit because it bothers me. And just try to make it a little normal looking so I can tell if I like my eyebrows or not. I used to do them opposite, but I like it better this way now. And if you can hear any background noise whatsoever, it's probably my grandkids. So anyway, I am 38. I have 4 kids that with me, and I have 2 grandkids. My oldest 3 are all over the age of 18, and my youngest is 14. She'll be 15 in December. And sorry, I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade Medium Brown. So my kids are great, and my grandkids are even better. Sorry, but it's the truth. And 3 of my kids still live with me. One of them decided that she wanted to be a grown-up and move out on her own. All my kids have graduated from high school, which makes me very proud. I recently, this year, found out that I'm cancer-free. Last year I found out that I had stage 3B cervical cancer, and honestly didn't know if I was gonna make it through the treatments. And God is good, because here I am starting a YouTube channel. So I've always held myself back from stuff. I've always made excuses. It's my biggest thing. I procrastinate a lot. I thank God for my daughter-in-law, because she's the one who always stays on my butt about everything. And I feel like after finding out that I was cancer-free, I did tell my kids that I wanted to do something with my life, because I felt like I wasn't doing what I should do. And I do have a full-time job, but I love my job. I love my coworkers. But I just feel like I don't think that's what God has in store for me. And I feel like maybe this might work out for me. Which I hope it does. I always go darker on the outside. Well, starting like from right here, I go darker with my pomade. And then on the inside, I take what's left on the brush and I gently go over the front of my eyebrows. Everybody has their own preference on their eyebrows. I'm not telling you that you have to follow mine. That's just the way I like mine. And then I go back in with my e.l.f. brush, which was $3. Not everything you do has to be expensive. And just basically clean that up as much as possible. I like to pat the eyelid, because I do use this sort of like a base for my eyeshadow. But before I apply my eyeshadow, I do go over it and pat it one more time, because that concealer does tend to crease. As a matter of fact, I didn't even tell you what concealer was. It's the MAC. I use NW20 Studio Finish Concealer. It is kind of pricey. I think it's too pricey for concealer, but I'm the one who got another one after I finished that one, the first one. So I just like it. I'm sure that any concealer can do the same thing. One from Walmart, one from Walgreens, whatever. And then, let's see. I don't like to spend a lot of money on my brushes. As long as it's soft and it does its job, I'm content. I'm gonna do a simple look, so I'm gonna go in with my Jaclyn Hill palette. It is dirty because I do use it. It's the Morphe times Jaclyn Hill palette. I do love this palette. It was one of my favorites for a really long time. And that's what that looks like. I do love Morphe. It's not really pricey, and it gets the job done. Another one of my brushes that I'm gonna go in with is going to be this one from Wet n Wild. I want to say I paid like $1 for this brush at Dollar Tree. Since we're doing something simple, I'm going to go ahead and go in with lighter colors. So on this one, unfortunately I got this palette before they put the names here. So the color that I'm going to go in with is going to be, we're going to go in with Butter, which is the second eyeshadow on the second row. My concealer has increased, so I'm good. And I just like to basically pat it out. I do have hooded eyelids, so I do go above my crease. If you don't have hooded eyelids, I would recommend that you stay in your crease with your, well, a little above your crease for your transition color. I like to bring it up higher. It's personal preference, honestly. And I just want to make sure that it looks even. On my eyelid. This one did start to crease. So I'll just go back in and tap. Another eyelid primer that I would recommend, it is a little pricey, but it's really good, and that's the MAC Soft Ochre. It's really good. It dries down matte, so you don't really have to worry about it creasing. And I'm just going to do the same thing on the side that I did on the first eye. Same color. I'm not used to not listening to music as I do my makeup because I usually always listen to music. So this is kind of awkward for me because I know YouTube doesn't allow you to have music on. So, like I said, this is not my room, so it's kind of dark for me. And I'm not used to that either, but my other videos will be better, I hope. So, let's see. I need another brush. I think I'm gonna go with this. This is one of my favorites. This one is a BH Cosmetics brush, and I bought it in a set. The set at the time, I believe I paid like $12 or $13 for, and I want to say there was like 6 or 8. I'm not sure. It's a really soft brush, blends really easy, and it's smaller than the one I just used, so I can go in more with my crease with it, and then just blend it out. The next color that I'm gonna go with is going to be, let's try this one right here. It's called Roxanne. This one I start at my crease. And like I said, I do have hooded eyelids, thanks to my dad's mom. I remember her having hooded eyelids. And I'll pat that in and then go in circular motion until I feel like it's blended out the way I want it to look. I try not to leave any harsh lines. Excuse me. I honestly, with the makeup palettes that I have, I don't really have a problem with fallout. The majority of them go on really well and blend out really well, and I don't really have to worry about anything falling underneath. I think my biggest thing that I am picky on, though, is eyeshadow. I don't really like... Well, you know what? Honestly, I haven't tried drugstore eyeshadows in a while, but CoverGirl used to be really bad eyeshadow. I don't know about now. I haven't tried it in forever. This color is the color that I want to go darker with, but I also want it to blend in with that first color that I put on. First color was my transition color. This color is my crease color. And like I said, I do have to go above my crease. And if I feel that it's not blending the way I want it to, then I'll go back in with the other brush that I used the first time and blend it in. This is just going to be something simple, so I'm going to do the same thing with the other eye. I would really like people's opinions on what kind of videos y'all would be interested in watching, or what kind of makeup tutorials y'all would want to watch. If y'all just want reviews on makeup. I try not to buy that much makeup anymore because I've gotten rid of so much because I had too much. And thankfully I have daughters, so I've been able to give a lot to them. But I'm willing to do a review, even if it's buy a new product maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. Just let me know what y'all are interested in, or what y'all want me to talk about, because like I said, I can't really play music on this channel because YouTube doesn't allow it. And I do excuse me, I do have one eye that always looks better than the other one. It's always this eye that comes out better than this one. I don't know why. Excuse me. But I feel like this one has always blended out better than this side. And this side is also more hooded. My left side is more hooded than the other one. For my outer edge, I'm going to go in with a little bit darker of a color. I'm going to go in with this one right here, which is Chip. And it's basically a dark brown color. This is another BH Cosmetics brush. Honestly, it came in a big set my son bought me for my birthday a few years ago, or Mother's Day. I wouldn't recommend them. They do fall apart. But they do the job. As they fall apart, I just throw them away. Unless I really like the brush, then I'll glue it back on. And this, I just basically keep it out in the outer corner. Just depends on what kind of look you want to do. Like I said, I'm going for simple. I'm going to bring it in. I'm going for something simple, so And I don't want to bring too much of that color in the inner part of my eye. I just want it to make it look like it blends. As I was saying, I would really like recommendations on what y'all want to see, what kind of videos y'all are interested in, what you want to know about. There's always something going on in my life. I can't get a break to save my life, but I am very, very religious. I do believe that God gets me through everything that happens in my life. And as a matter of fact, one of my doctors told me, the one that did my internal radiation, which is actually called brachytherapy, she did tell me that they couldn't guarantee that the treatments were going to work, that I just had to have a lot of faith. And faith is one thing that I definitely did have, especially on the days I wanted to give up. While I was going through treatment, I did update videos on how my treatments were going, and I would be lying if I said that there wasn't a time that I just wanted to quit. And fortunately, I had people in my life that reminded me that I couldn't do that. And reminded me why I was doing what I was doing, fighting for my life. And my main thing has always been my kids and my grandkids. Okay, next. If you want to do a cut crease, you can do a cut crease. I'm kind of feeling like, since I want to keep it simple, I'm just going to go ahead and take a flat brush. Looks like this. And I'm going to go in with, this palette has been very loved. I'm going to go in with Faint, which is this one here. I don't really wet my brushes when it comes to my eyeshadows. If I feel like it, then I'll use a brush, and sometimes I'll just use my finger for shimmer colors, because sometimes your finger will pick up better than an actual brush will, and that's honest. I'm not going very high. I'm honestly just going to wash this off once I'm done. But I just basically bring it to my crease because I do have small eyelids. Let's just drag it out a little bit. I recreated a makeup look from 2009 because I ran into a picture. And all I could think was, what was I thinking when I used to do my makeup like that? But then it makes me think, like, right now we think our makeup looks so good. Is it still going to feel that same way years down the road? Are they going to come out with something newer or better? I'm going to go in with my finger because I want it a little bit more vibrant. See, it does make a difference. You never know. Bring that out a little bit. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with the outer crease brush that I used. I'm going to tap into that chip color, and I'm just going to barely tap over that shimmer color that I put on so that it looks like it blends more. And like it's not just on there, not looking okay. I think next we'll do eyeliner, which I don't know if I can do this on camera, but I like using the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. I know I paid like $3 something for this. I used to use this other one and I used to pay like $2 for it. It was my favorite, but they don't sell it anymore, so I know a lot of people used to use it. It's probably time for me to get a new one. This is what this one looks like. It's got a felt tip. Makes it a little bit easier, but I don't recommend the Wet n Wild H2O because the tip, it's like a felt tip as well, but it's a lot, it's harder. This one is more flexible. The other one's stiff. So the way I do my eyeliner, it probably won't even come out right, but I just go on the edge, the closest to my lash line. I hope y'all can see that. And since we're going for simple, I'm just gonna do a small little wing. So I'll start here and then make it like a little triangle at the end. I know there's tons of channels on YouTube and tons of beauty gurus that could probably teach you, but I'm just giving it a chance to see what I think. This side I'm gonna do the same thing. And yes, sometimes I have those moments. I've been doing makeup since I was probably like 12 is when I got into makeup. And I still haven't gotten the wing perfectly down. I don't know if that's the same. It'll do for now. On my on my waterline, sorry, I'm gonna go in with, let me get another one because I have more than one of these. It's my makeup bag that I keep for work. This is the Jordana. I think I paid like $3 for this. 12-hour made to last liquid eyeliner pencil. It's very, very good. I love it. I have 3 of them. One of them's almost gone, but it's been really good to me. It goes on really easy. And it actually stays all day. And it's that easy. So let me go ahead and put my, oops, I don't know where the cap went. My face primer. I use a Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. Probably like $6 at a drugstore. And do I feel like it erases my pores? No. I have huge pores. Because throughout my years, I've had acne issues. Like, I hadn't had pimples or anything since before I found out I was sick. And suddenly I start getting a bunch of blackheads on my forehead. And I do wash my face. I don't sleep with makeup on. I would never recommend you sleep with makeup on. Really bad for your skin. So that, I bring it all the way down my neck. It's a silicone base, so you'll feel it when you put it down. Put it on and bring it down. I need to find that top. Or not. I don't know, I'm blind. And foundation. Foundation basically depends on what kind of coverage you want. My favorite is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1. It's always been my favorite. It's a really good foundation to me. And I have like 5 or 6 bottles because since I drive for a living, I'm always outside. So my skin gets darker. Like everybody's, in the winter it gets lighter. But the work vehicles don't have tint on the windows. And this is an actual beauty blender. I used to prefer my brush because I feel like the beauty blender soaks up a lot of foundation. You always want to bring that down to your neck. Mine never matches my skin, but I don't care. Like I said, I change color all the time. And you just pat it. Get under your eyes. Some people don't put foundation under their eyes. I do. Honestly, makeup is honestly preference. You do whatever makes you happy. I like putting foundation on my ears so they're not that big of a difference in my skin color. And if God's willing, in the future I'll have better lighting. The easiest way I found to wash a beauty blender is with a bar of soap. I feel like they come out cleaner. And I don't like this coverage, I want more. Sorry, this is what I do. Like I said, the beauty blender soaks up a lot of foundation, so this is my own personal makeup. I don't share makeup with nobody. Especially eye makeup, eyeliner, because I have really sensitive eyes. And every time I've shared an eyeliner with somebody, I get a sty. So I've learned that I can't do that. Oh man, in my hair. Hold on, because I usually use this to keep my hair out of my face. I have a lot of sun damage on my skin, which is why I like full coverage. And I'm trying to make this video as short as possible, but honestly, it usually takes me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to do my makeup. So, if you ever wonder why I'm late to something, that's why. And I have really dark under eye circles. So, that's another reason why I like full coverage. I think that's good. After I do my foundation, I always go in with the concealer. Right now, I'm trying to finish this Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer. It says 1.5. I'm not sure if that's the color or not. And it's a lot lighter, but I go under my eyes like that. Down my nose, top of my lip, my chin. And my forehead. I'm almost done with that one. And then I'll go back on my beauty blender. And just pat it up. Today I'm only going to do mascara because I'm not going anywhere and I don't want to waste a pair of lashes. But if I'm not in a hurry, I like to do lashes. I just like to make sure it's blended out. And I do have laugh lines. I have under eye wrinkles. I mean, I'm 37. Today, since I'm not going anywhere, I'm going to go ahead and use my Airspun and translucent, and it's the extra coverage. I do like to go in with my beauty blender, and I kind of dab off the excess powder, and then I'll go under my eyes. Because if you have under eye wrinkles, you don't want extra powder because then it's going to look really crusty. Then I go around my mouth. And I like to do it with a damp beauty blender because I feel like it kind of melts it in a lot better. And everything that I've learned off of YouTube myself. And like I said, I know my foundation don't match my skin, but I'm tired of buying new colors. I went to MAC at one point and got a color match twice, and they were way off. So that's why I stick with drugstore, because MAC's kind of expensive. Sorry guys, I'm not used to talking while I do my makeup. My biggest pet peeve is when people call me while I'm doing my makeup. I can't stand that. Alright. Today I'm gonna go ahead. Let's stick with Milani since I'm gonna wash it off. I'm gonna go in with Milani powder. This one is in the color Caramel. And I like to use this one as my contour. This is what it looks like. I'm almost out of that one too. And I go in with a brush like this. I use different brushes, but today I'm going in with this one. And then I stay above this. And I always do my forehead, my temples. And this will basically just bring color back into your skin, especially if you get washed out with foundation. It looks really harsh on camera. I guess these are the kind of issues I'm gonna have. And just continue the same thing on the other side. I'm fat, so I have a double chin. Nothing I can do about that, guys. I'm about that taco life. You only live once. On my face, I always have an issue with my nose. A lot of people say I have a cute nose, but no, I don't see it. I go in with a certain brush, which is this one right here. If you can tell, it's at an angle. And I'm sorry, my brushes are dirty. I wasn't prepared to do this today. It has an angle, and it's kind of thin. I like to go in, I guess I could use the same Milani powder. And then I like to contour my nose. And when you contour, you basically create an illusion to make your nose look thinner. Everybody has a preference on how they like to contour. This is mine. And I bring it to my eyebrows so it doesn't look like, oh damn, she's got a line right there. Just do like a little contour to your nose shape, however you want your nose to look. This is mine. And then I like to contour right here, just a little. After contouring, I like to go in with the highlighter. This one, I don't think you'll be able to find it, but I'm sure you can find something similar. This one is actually a Revlon. I don't know if you can see it. Revlon, and it's called Pure Confection. I've had this thing for years, and it's still good. I still use it. Oh, this is the brush I use for my highlight. And you highlight wherever you want to highlight. That's your own personal opinion, your own preference. If you want to look like a shiny goddess, do it. And I know this video will probably be boring because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm new to this. But it's my first attempt, so. I always highlight my lip and my chin. Because I like to be shiny. I don't care. Alright. And after that, my go-to blush, I like a lot of Milani, guys, is Milani Romantic Rose in 01. This one is very loved. This is my go-to almost every time I put blush on. This is probably the one I'm using. It's my favorite. So, the brush I'm using, again, Wet n Wild. I probably paid $1 for it at Dollar Tree. And I'm really was trying to keep this under an hour, but maybe I can edit it a little bit. No, I'm lying. I don't know how to edit. Just get the apples of your cheeks. And I kind of like to mix it with my contour so it doesn't look so harsh. And then last, am I missing anything? I'm gonna take this brush, again, same one I used for the darkest color, and this brush that I used for my crease color. I'm gonna use this one first, and I'm gonna go back in with that color. Oh, what did I use? I don't know what I used. Anyways, I think it was Roxanne. I'm going with Roxanne, and I'm gonna go under my eye, close to my lash line. You can use all the colors you used on your top. You can use the same ones at the bottom, but like I said, preference, whatever you want to do. Don't let nobody tell you any different. I had someone tell me I looked like a clown the other day because they looked at one of my pictures. And I was like, okay. They just got blocked. I don't care. The way I do my makeup is not for everybody. Everybody has their own opinion. I'm gonna go back in with this one, and I'm gonna go back in with Chip. And I want it on the edge so that I can go as close to my lash line as possible, because the first color I put in, I brought it down a little bit more. I just blend it in a little bit. I have this brush. It's also from BH Cosmetics. It came in a set, I believe, of 7. I don't know if you can see it. And I think I paid like $8 for it. That one, I use it for my inner corner highlight. And I'm going to go ahead and go in with the color Beam, which is this second one at the top row. And I used Jaclyn Hill today because it's still available. You can still purchase it either online or at a Morphe store, Morphe.com, or at a Morphe store. And I just like to mix that in a little bit, blend it. I'm not done with my brushes. Done with this palette. And I'm going to go ahead and do my eyelashes somewhat, because like I said, I'm just going to wash this off anyway. I squeeze mine. I don't know how other people do them, but I kind of like pump it on there. I can hear my granddaughter crying. Don't ever forget your bottom lashes, because then you're just going to look weird. Or not weird, just like something's missing. Oh, sorry, that was the Great Lash Big Blackest Black from Maybelline. It's not my favorite, but it does the job. And I'm gonna go ahead and put on my favorite lipstick from Juvia's Place. I think I paid like $16 for this, and it is Lulu Matte. This one, I love it because it stays. Ew, I got lipstick on my teeth. It stays all day. But I can tell you that it does transfer. If you're drinking something, it's going to be on your cup. If you're eating something, it's going to be on your food. But it does stay all day. You'll still have some. And that is basically a simple look. Took me less than an hour. I'm shocked. So be sure to subscribe, like my video, and if you'd like to continue watching, I'll do my best to make as much content as I can. I do have a full-time job, so maybe on Sundays. And don't forget to tell me what kind of videos y'all want to see. This is the finished makeup.